Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Faster Way podcast. We are doing yet another Coach Confessional.
All right.
Lee Bergin, how you been?
I've been great. How about yourself?
Oof.
I mean, the last time we talked, you had an ulcer.
Yes, I did.
Is that true still?
So I did have a bit of a stomach issue.
Yeah.
And I went through the process of healing that. And right as I was starting to feel better, I got hit with what we are calling fluvid at the office here. Couple of the kids were sick and I ended up picking it up. It just, you know how some colds you can like fight it and 24 hours later you're good? This one I knew it was not going to be good because it hit me like a truck out of nowhere. And it was the week we had 50 team members in town for our team retreat.
Which was super fun, by the way.
Yay!
And we won. Go ahead.
Yes. So I started feeling really sick Tuesday. All our team members flew into town, over 50 people in the office. Wednesday, we did a big State of the Union session, a book study, and then I led some Faster Way games as the game master. And I was like really struggling that day because I was starting to feel sick.
You wear it well because nobody knew.
I know. I never really look sick, but I can just feel horrendous. Then the next day we had, I forget what we did in the morning. Oh, we had a big pool party at my house and a video shoot. And then we did a scavenger hunt that I stood up till way too late the night before creating. And then by Friday, I was just done. Like it was just like, and so I'm still a little tired from, it was almost as if someone had like unplugged the energy source, like unplugged the cord. I had zero energy. I'm still like just a little bit tired from it, the whole thing.
It's just all the fatigue. So how did you remedy this? Because again, with the fluvid, you know, that COVID thing, sunlight was always a big help for me. But were you taking any kind of medication? Because healing your gut from the ulcer required some medication. So you don't, this is not an antibiotic thing. Like how did you get better?
I took BPC 157 for my gut. I really believe that helped a lot. And then I actually, if anyone listening has ever had mono, it is like even now that level of fatigue where it's like you sleep 9-10 hours and you wake up and you're still tired and then you're just still tired all day. So I'm actually on like mono meds.
Really?
Crazy? Yeah. Not nuts.
No. Is it working?
I don't know. Hopefully.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I'm going to continue to do my ozone therapy. But genuinely, I think what I need is just some time off.
Right. Okay. Newsflash. 77 hours of work a day. Smiling. All right. So how are you going to take a break?
So
what does that even look like? Because it's not in Costa Rica either.
Right. I know, because I still work. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is when I'm in Costa Rica, I still work. In fact, the executives are like, oh my gosh, she's going to Costa Rica again. They know it's bad news for them because I'm like literally.
And it trickles down to us.
I work even more when I'm there. And then they have to solve all these problems. And they're like, we've never had a CEO who goes on a trip and then creates more work for us. So this past Monday, I was like, I just need to take a sick day. Like mentally, I needed a sick day. So I told my team, I was like, I'm just going to leave my phone at home and go to the beach. So I went to the beach with JJ, my fourth, and it was the best day. We looked at our summer schedule, realized the entire summer is booked, the whole thing. And so I looked at Brandon. I'm like, if we're going to have time with the kids, we need to do it next week. I'm like, we have to kick off summer. So what I'm doing is today, when this podcast comes out, I'm leaving for a Disney cruise.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, which we haven't been on one in forever. Well, that's why I love the cruises. And I used to go on cruises all the time because you had to purchase a Wi-Fi package for like $90. And I would just be like, I'm not going to purchase the Wi-Fi package. So now I think they do have like ship-wide Wi-Fi, which is kind of a bummer. I'm like, I'd rather just be off the grid, but I'm just not going to look at my phone because I think mentally I need a break. And I haven't had a proper vacation this year. I've done trips, but I've been hosting or working, but I haven't actually taken a vacation.
Well, and I think that's the message too, is just because we're away doesn't mean we're on vacation. And even when you're sick, the day that you feel better needs to be a recovery day. And as soon as you feel better, you're right back at it. So you've got to take that time to heal. I mean, to really do it well. So that's exciting. So where's the cruise going to take you?
we're going to the Castaway Key, which is the Disney private island, and then we're going to Nassau. So Nassau's not my favorite, but it's fine. But the kids are gonna love it, love it, and I'm just going to unplug. It's so funny because I was telling the team and coaches, I'm like, May is going to be like the second new year. It's like the second January. And it has been an amazing month from the standpoint of our company growth and bringing in new clients, which is great. But I'm like, January is never a good month for me because I always work so hard that I end up getting sick. And so I'm like, did I create this situation where I'm like, we're going to have a second new year? And with January and with growth and momentum, always comes for me. And I'm going to rewrite this story. I'm going to flip the script, but it tends to come with illness. And it tends to come with trolls. When we are growing, when we have momentum, the trolls on social media like to come out.
Oh, that's so creepy.
They always come out. Even people that I'm like, ghost from Faster Way Past. I'm like, where the crap did you come from? Why are you in my DMs? You know?
Right.
And so I just need to like not look at social. I think people look at you and me and other people and think, oh, they're so strong and they're always happy. And I'm just going to say this nasty thing because it's on my mind. And it's like, I don't accept that.
Yes.
I reject that.
Yes.
Block. Bless. Release. But at the same time, I'm like, it does kind of get to me a little bit.
Well, that means you're human. That's great. But again, nobody wants to hear any kind of negativity ever, especially if you're trying to have this frequency of positivity and high energy. When you get that one little cog in the wheel, it's just enough to get you out of your rhythm. And we're trying to create a positive rhythm.
Some people want to drag us down.
Forever. The crabs.
The literal crabs. Yes. If you haven't heard it before, the crab illustration, I talk about this occasionally in workouts, but the crab mentality is that when a fisherman catches crabs, he just puts bait in an open cage and crabs will go into this open cage, and then long after the bait is gone, they'll stay in the open cage because if even one of the crabs tries to get out of the cage and starts climbing up, the other crabs will pull him down. And if he persists and tries to leave that group, they will literally pull off his limbs and kill him. Okay, it is the crab mentality. And sometimes if people see our success or our growth or momentum, they don't feel comfortable with that because they themselves in their own life aren't experiencing success and momentum and growth. And so they'll try to drag me down or drag you down. And I just have to rise above that. And I'm very good at it, much better than I used to be, but it's still exhausting sometimes, especially when I'm sick. I'm like, why are you in my DMs?
Well,
saying this and trying to create a negative narrative around something that's positive.
Right. And some people that's just the way they roll.
That's just the way they roll.
What'd you say?
Block, bless, and release.
I like it.
And then do some intermittent fasting from social media.
Literally, that's another fun thing for you to do next week.
Yes. Yeah. I think we both need to intermittent fast from social media occasionally and also intermittent fast from relationships, certain relationships.
And that is not easy because many relationships that we have are critical. They're in our family or that we've got major history with them. So, taking a break from that kind of lockstep is not easy. I've done that in the past and recently, because my word this year is restored, I'm sticking to it. I have revisited some previous relationships also too, because I'm single right now. Now I've accepted that I'm single. I tried to pretend like I wasn't last year. That's fun. Anyway, so I'm just accepted it. And so I've kind of reconnected with some people and everybody kind of matures, there's some time where not everybody, but some people do mature and some people do kind of re-meet you in a different place.
Yeah.
But if you don't take that break, if you don't get some sensitivity again, insulin sensitivity, right? Then you just don't know and you're stuck in this noise. So I support that. I think it's great for a summer cleanse.
Ooh.
That's it. Just keep your frequency high. Let us just lift you up all the time. And it is not easy again because you're human. But that's when the Holy Spirit comes in too. You pray that away. You just pray that away.
Yes. So I am on the mend. I'm still tired. I'm so excited for the cruise with the kids.
So I have some questions.
Yes.
I went on a cruise one time. Every story I have has a weird turn. And we got off in Cozumel and never got back on the boat.
What?
So
why? Cozumel?
Well, we were going down to 3 different places, and it was our first night there. And so we went shopping, and the person I was with was like, I'm good. We're done.
With the cruise?
Yeah. So I didn't really go. It was literally a night to get from Galveston to Cozumel.
No.
So I don't know what a cruise is like for real. So
then you had to fly back?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. So what's your question?
Do you exercise on the boat? What do you do on the boat?
Oh my gosh.
Do you eat the buffet? Like,
That's a great, okay.
To do all these things.
Yeah. Great. And you know what? Let me back up to when I was sick as well. And I'll kind of share what I did when I was sick, because it just depends on the virus. But this particular virus knocked me down so hard, flat on my back. I was in bed. It's like I would be in bed and then I'd get up and I'm like, I'm going to organize my supplement box. And I'd like write a little list of 3 things I was going to do. And then I'd organize my supplement box for 7 minutes. I'm like, I got to lay down.
Good night.
I mean, it was like, woof. So I didn't work out for a week. I mean, it was, and then I'd try a little bit, 5 minutes. It would drain me instead of specifically HIIT is very hard when I'm sick. So now that I'm going on the cruise, I'm going to continue to recover and I'll do strength training. So I'll do our fast way HIIT workouts. I'll download a couple workouts in advance. The Disney cruises in particular have nice gyms.
That's great.
So
that's great.
Yeah, Monday I'll just today work out at the house, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I'll do a work, because I do love me a buffet.
Right.
So when I am on a cruise with the buffet, I do like to do strength training.
Yes.
And then it's funny, on vacations will primarily eat faster way, gluten-free, dairy-free, and then I'll kind of like sprinkle in little desserts. But because my body is so fat adapted and I've become a fat burner, it doesn't impact me like it used to.
Correct.
Where there's times when I was like pregnant with Lily or JJ on cruises and I would gain 6 to 8 pounds.
Wow.
On the cruise. 6 to 8 pounds. I remember one time I went on a cruise when I was pregnant with Lily, and then I came back and the doctor like shamed me.
There's still just one baby in here.
She's like, you gained too much.
Wow,
and I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and
mean.
leave because you don't know that I was just on a Disney cruise. So
that's terrible. That's terrible. I don't need your opinion.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's great. So again, coming off of a sickness in my experience, because ideally I'm prescribing rest weeks throughout the entire year. And I just don't, because I really enjoy the exercise. But every time I'm sick and I get so angry that I can't move, I'm always stronger. My body recovers.
Yeah.
I'm always stronger when I come back. That, shoulder that was bugging me stopped hurting, or my hip that was bugging me stopped hurting. So I think it's a great time for you to kind of establish a new baseline for this summer. And, my goal this summer, when I do go, if I go on vacations, when I'm away from my home, I'm going to start exercising on these trips, because I never do. I always skip workouts on vacations.
That's so interesting.
Forever. So,
so you and I are going to do the opposite.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I just rested and you're going to lean in.
Correct.
So where are you going this summer?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
If and when I do.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna do it. I mean, I used to take like disposable clothes to work out in, because I knew, okay, maybe I'll get sweaty, and this is the clothes that I don't like anymore. I'm just gonna leave them on the trip.
So
I just
funny.
would never commit to it.
That's so funny.
So this is gonna be good. I'm excited.
But
about
I think
you.
everyone should go on a trip this summer where we unplug.
Okay.
I think every single person, you, Haven, all of us, because we've been grinding for so long.
Yeah, I did actually. I was gone, a couple weeks ago, and that was one of the best times. I did a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And so that was good.
Okay,
so
perfect.
I've got my
and you weren't working at all. You just
not
great
at all.
Perfect.
And it felt great. And so then you come back with just more energy and vigor.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
glad
my
you're
plan.
On the mend.
Yes, me too. Me too. Okay, so I want to share a little update on one of the supplements that I started taking.
Good.
But I don't know if it's a positive update. It's just an update. So I told you the last Coach Confessional that I was going to start a new peptide called Sermorelin.
Yes.
I've noticed nothing. Okay, 0. And then I interviewed Jay Campbell, who's an expert on peptides, and we're going to broadcast that in probably a few weeks, couple months. And he said it's just a waste of time. So he said, I didn't even put it in my book. I'm like, what? Here I am.
Well,
spent all the money on it.
This goes back to it too. You know, when I was on that trip in Vegas talking to so many different women in this time period of, you know, this midlife situation who did have access to all these different peptides, the ones who were in really good shape and felt great did notice a big difference because they, you know, remember the supplements are what we want if our body doesn't have what we need.
True.
So it might be something that might be more effective for people who might need it, but because you're in great shape and you got great lean tissue and you've got a good healthy metabolism, I think that you might not need it.
That is a good point.
To think about.
Yeah, because it helps you produce more human growth hormone, which I probably am already fine.
Especially through
my late 30s. I'm probably just already good. I think I just wasted money. I wasted money, everybody.
She took a test.
But I wanted to just close the loop on that because I share things. Yes. I want people to know what I'm trying and involved in.
And they want to know too, how did that work? What happened? Yeah. You know, same thing with BP 157. If you're not feeling poorly, you might not notice a difference.
The BPC 157, which I take orally, I really feel like it helped to heal my gut. Great. No question, because I went from bad to better. Okay, so I feel like it helped. But the Sermorelin, I don't think I'm noticing anything at all whatsoever. Not a single thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm probably just going to stop.
Well, by the time, and that has been my experience too and creatine I remember taking when I was younger, when I ate red meat and fish all the time, which I still eat red meat and fish all the time.
Yeah.
But now I notice when I don't take it. Back then I was like, ooh, I'm out of money. I guess I won't get it anymore. Yeah. But now it's like, this is part of my life. Yeah. So it's interesting.
But again, that's why I like to do one single thing at a time. That for me is really important.
That's smart.
Any other updates that you have?
I'm just ready for this summer.
Me
I'm just
too.
ready for it. You know, this is when I'm like, okay, am I still a bikini lady? Yeah, I'm still a bikini lady.
Yes,
and
you
I'm going
are.
to be a bikini lady forever. And you become a bikini lady when you just put it on.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So there's that. So I'm excited. So I can't wait for your trip. Can't wait to follow you, even though you're not following anyone else.
That's right. I know. I might post a couple things, but I'm not going to like look at my DMs or anything. I'm not going to scroll, which I think is good.
I'll send you some weird ones and test you.
Good idea. All right. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing week. We have an awesome lineup of trainings this week. We're doing a kickoff for summer with the Faster Way on Tuesday. We have a training with Bill Campbell about fat loss after 40, which is going to be incredible. So incredible. Do not miss that. We hope you guys have a great week. Happy summer.
Bye.
Bye.